I think it's only appropriate that our former great governor, Jeb Bush, give us a few inspirational words about our next great governor, Rick Scott. So friends, here's Jeb Bush.
I don't know if it'll be inspirational, but I promise you it'll be brief because it's about 150 degrees in this room. But it is a joy to see so many people here. I think I've probably been here maybe 10 times during the course of the 800 years of politics that I was involved in. They're like dog years, right? So I'm about as old as Moses when you think about politics, and I have seen a lot of different people come and go. But here is a guy that I know his compass points north. He knows exactly what he wants to do. He has the practical experience from the private sector to execute on his dreams. And your dreams will come true with Rick Scott as our next governor. Rick understands one thing, I think, that being governor doesn't mean he's going to create jobs. He's going to create a climate where jobs will be created, where the next Bill Gates, hopefully, will be some guy in a garage in Jacksonville with a big idea that will execute on that idea to create maybe 10 jobs to start with. It might be 10 down to 8, and then there could be an explosion, a disruption where there could be 1,000 jobs created. That's the Florida I know. But right now, Florida has a cloud over its head. There's a lot of moping, a lot of whining, a lot of complaining. We've kind of lost that unique spirit that really separates us from the rest of the pack. I love this state. I love it because of its beauty, but I love it because of the wacky Floridians that, like me, first in line, that came here to pursue my dreams for my family. Columba and I moved to Florida. We thought it was the best possible place. We need to restore that sense of being able to dream the biggest possible dreams, and Rick Scott is the governor, the leader that will make that happen. I want the cloud to be lifted, and I want our aspirations to be big and bold, and I want Florida to be the place that people look to when they say they got it right. They figured out they had problems, they reorganized themselves in the right way, and they restored a sense of hope and optimism. That's what we can do if we elect this good man as your next governor. So go work hard. Do everything you can. There's a lot riding on this. And finally, Rick, I'm kind of out of the political business, so I don't get to take my shots, but since there's a big crowd here and I don't get to speak much anymore, I know one thing that's for certain. The next chairman of the Barack Obama re-election campaign in Florida won't be Rick Scott. It could be his opponent. There's a lot riding on this race as it relates to our future, but there's a heck of a lot riding on our country's future as well. So I hope that you spend all the time you can to elect this good man. Thank you, guys.
Thank everybody for coming tonight. It's wonderful. All these people in here. I'm sure we're breaking some law with the people in here. Fire marshal's not here, are they?
We thought they were held you up.
Yeah. But I guess you shouldn't say that with the TV, right? Thank you very much for everybody for coming. We won because of y'all. I mean, this is North Florida is a reason. So thank you very much. Everybody here, all of your hard work, making the phone calls, putting the signs up, walking door to door, talking to people, vetting candidates, talking about what we were trying to do, all those things are the reason we won. We won because people want to get back to work. We have a 7-step plan to 700,000 jobs over the next 7 years. We're going to get the state back to work. That's why we won August 24th, and that's why we're going to win November 2nd. Let me just introduce, first off, let me introduce my wife. We have been married. Think about it. We, in America, only these things can happen to you. I started out in public housing. I had no money, no connections. I was lucky enough to meet my wife Ann in high school. I joined this after high school. We went to community college. Joined this. I was an enlisted man in the service, a radarman. I came into this port one time, into Mayport one time. We got married at 19. We've been married 38 years, and we have two wonderful daughters, a 27-year-old and a 25-year-old, both married. One in Florida, one in Washington, D.C. But only in America can you do these things. I'm running for governor because I want that same opportunity. That opportunity is you go get an education, you save your money, you can do anything you want in this country, your dream. Not the government guarantee, but you can do anything you want in this country, and that's what we're going to make sure we get back. This race is going to be about jobs, and it's going to be a race about who do you think? Do you want President Obama? No. Do you want President Obama to run your lives? Do you want him to tell you what health care you're going to buy? Do you want him to, no. You want him to raise your taxes? No. Do you want him to put new regulations on you? No. So we know that his stimulus is a disaster. We know that his health care plan is a disaster. We know his economic plan is an absolute disaster. My opponent, your opponent, is going to follow his agenda to the T. So this is an election that we can change the direction of the country. Our state will be the model for the country. If we make sure that we elect all of our statewide candidates, for Pam Bondi to Jeff Atwater to Adam Putnam, make sure that Marco Rubio gets elected, make sure all of our House and Senate candidates get elected. If we do that, we will be the driver for the change in America. And it's our job to do it. And we're going to do it. You're going to do it. Because you believe the same way I believe. We've got to get America back to work and allow every American to live the American dream. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. And I want to thank everybody for their hard work. I know we're all going to win. It's going to be a win for all of us November 2nd. Thank you very much, and I'll turn it over to Mike.